Wiki, 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 wiki. Yeah, it's just the way the light's reflecting. What? No, it just looked like there was something on like the lens of the camera. So like, you gotta make sure it's clean.
I don't need to do anything else. That's the perfect start to this.
I'm glad to be of service.
Welcome to the Weekend Whistle, everyone. I'm Chris. That's Maul. Y'all, I wish we actually had good news for you this week, but this one's kind of just injury heavy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week of
Violence.
unusual injuries. Yeah, and violence.
Just
Unnecessary violence and unusual injuries in the NHL.
yeah. Bro, some people just should not be allowed to cut their own steak, but we'll get to that in a minute. I do want to start off with some good positive news. Buffalo Sabres captain Rasmus Dahlin has rejoined the team following his leave to be with his fiance, who had successful open heart surgery. For those that are not aware, last month it was during the summer. During the summer, he had posted that they were vacationing in France. She experienced sudden heart failure, and thankfully, measures were taken by EMS and hospital staff. She started to get better, but then received a heart transplant at the beginning of the month. And it sounds like everything is going absolutely well. Shout out to the team for rallying around him. Coach Lindy Ruff was asked about it, and he said everything went well. So he's anxious to get back playing. Anytime you get your captain back, it's a jolt for the team, and I think everybody was excited to see him.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, for her to go from like having just like, oh, my heart hurts to now open heart surgery, like, dude, that's wild.
Well, she went into cardiac arrest. Just
right, but that's what
randomly.
I'm saying. Is like
she said she wasn't
just, like,
feeling well for a couple days, and then.
But that just goes to show like just how quick stuff can change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're all super glad here at Pucked Up that the Dahlin family is getting better, getting healthier. We love that. As much as we shit on the Buffalo Sabres for not being a great team, this is the sort of bad news that we love hearing turn to good news.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it can't all be good news, especially not for Leafs fan. Austin Matthews is set to miss a week of action after being placed on IR on Friday due to what's said as a lower body injury. In a game against the Boston Bruins, Nikita Zadorov made an open ice hit where Matthews was facing towards the boards. He was not directly against the boards, where he went in at an awkward angle. There was no call for boarding. There was no call for roughing or any of that. I know, Maul, you and I have differed on this hit since the hit happened.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, I've watched the video. We've watched the video together so much. I mean, I watched it happen live. I think that Zadorov hit Matthews in a very vulnerable way that caused the hit was so high on his shoulders, it caused him to go head first into where the boards met the ice, and that's what caused his neck to do that weird thing, which probably caused the lower back injury or the lower body injury from, taking a hit like that is potentially career ending. I think that it should have been a more serious penalty because I feel that based on the video, it looks like Zadorov hit with the intent to hurt. It didn't look like any other check that I've seen. And you know what? Had he done it lower, I would have been like, it's a fine hit, middle back to lower back. Like if he would have checked him lower, it would have caused the center mass of Matthews to go forward, and he probably would have hit the board. Sure, it probably would have been a boarding call then, potentially, but it would have been done in a way where it wasn't a reckless hit. Because I think that Matthews was in a vulnerable position, and, Zadorov hit him recklessly. And I think that you have to take into consideration that they're trained professionals. They know how to hit. They know what their hits are going to do. They've hit thousands of people. There's a right way to do it. There's a wrong way to do it. There's a way that you're going to do it where you're going to hurt someone, like wrestling. There's a way to do it where you hurt someone, and then there's a way to do it where you're not going to hurt them. And I think that he was reckless. Maybe there was some chirping and stuff going on that caused tempers to flare. We'll never know because, Zadorov later in the game ended up getting into a fight with Domi, and
yeah, him and Max Domi went at it.
Now did Max do that as retaliation for taking out Matthews?
Probably.
But when you have like 4'3" go against 6'7", he wasn't gonna win that fight, but he ended up taking him down. So good on him.
I don't know. Max Domi's the son of one of the toughest motherfuckers to ever play in the NHL. So if there's a fight between Max Domi and anybody else, I'm not counting Max out ever.
Hey, he brought him down, but I feel like, given the level of professionalism, I think that the way the hit happened was a way with intent. Because again, it was on the upper shoulders, which caused the head to go forward and to go down at an angle where it was dangerous. Thankfully, it's just a week that Matthews is going to be missing. The Leafs aren't doing too good right now anyway, so it's not going to make a huge difference. But I feel like if the hit would have been done differently, he probably wouldn't have taken the injury.
See, and I just think it's a big jump to assume that he did it with an intent to injure. Like, Nikita Zadorov is not exactly known to be a dirty player. If we're talking about a player like a Ryan Reeves, a Tom Wilson, a fucking Nick Cousins, Evander Kane, players that have had a reputation of being dirty in some aspects, I could see that point and be like, no, you know what, that makes sense. But I just, yes, this is a big rivalry. There's no question about that. This is Boston, Toronto. This is the big. That's Leafs and Bruins is legendary. I think it's a big stretch to assume that it was with intent. The problem is you're in such a tight box now for where you can hit somebody. If he had come across with his stick, 100%, I would look at you and be like, no, that's bullshit. The problem was he wasn't close enough to the boards for it to be considered boarding. He didn't come across the back with the stick like this. He shoulder hit him. He lost his balance, and it wasn't even a case of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Interference, because Matthew still had the puck. So it's like, right. It's one of those where it's like, you could make the argument either way, and I think either way is the right answer.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird situation.
Right. I do want to point out that since joining the Bruins, Zadorov has hit, last season was his most career penalty minutes at 145 for the season.
Well, that just makes him a Bruin.
Well, he already this year is at 40 minutes of penalty minutes.
That is a lot to start a season.
He is on track this year, according to ESPN.com. He's estimated to get between 163 to 190 penalty minutes this season if he continues the way he's going, which is going to be almost double any season he's ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's becoming a really aggressive player. And, when you get penalty minutes, it's not because you make mistakes. It's because you're becoming aggressive and reckless.
Yeah.
That's why they're penalties. So we are seeing an uptick of him becoming a very reckless, a very aggressive player since joining the Bruins. Now, like you said, that is standard for a lot of Bruins players. That's the culture of Bruins, right? But to go from like 102 minutes and 103 being his most in his career to jumping up to 145 and this season pacing to beat that's not a record you want to beat. That's not something that you're aiming to crush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that shows that there was recklessness involved, because at this point he's proven he doesn't care because of how many penalty minutes he's consecutively racking up, and it seems he's trending year over year to go up, because his 2023-2024 season he was at 125 minutes, which is up 23 minutes from the previous season, which is up 79 minutes from the previous season.
Damn.
He went from 23 penalty minutes when he played with Calgary, or no, sorry, because it looks like he got traded halfway through. Never mind. In 2022 to 2023, he had 80 minutes of penalties.
Damn.
And then 2023 to 2024, he went up to, it looks like 120, and then to 145, and now he's at 40 just for the season. And that's 40 penalty minutes in 20 games.
That is quite,
he's
quite the growth.
He's averaging a penalty every game.
That's crazy.
That's, to me, he's becoming the new friggin' Matt Rempe.
Yeah, but
you know,
yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of aggression. I mean, you're getting a penalty. You're essentially pulling a penalty every game.
Yeah, you have to be at that point.
And I want to point out that when Zadorov and Domi had the fight, Zadorov didn't get a penalty for that.
Oh, he definitely got a. If you're fighting, you're getting a penalty.
No, because he never swung. Domi went, hit him, knocked him to the ice, and that was it.
Oh, they didn't actually fight?
No.
So Domi got a 2-minute roughing?
Domi dropped his gloves and dragged his ass to the ice, and the refs were like, all right, you touch the ice, you're done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a 5-minute penalty fight.
It was the 2. Did he get a roughing penalty?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but again, 20 games, 40 penalty minutes. This is not a good trend.
That's not a good start.
So, again, am I a little biased because I'm a Leafs fan? Yes. But I definitely think that you can see that there's a trend here of recklessness.
It's definitely getting to a level where, hey, if those are his numbers and that's what we're expecting, then that's hey, let's keep an eye on Nikita here. The Bruins are not out of the woods in the injury world either. Saturday.
Oh my God. Holy cow.
Did you see it?
Wild. Oh, dude, I watched that live.
Yeah.
I wish I was there. I would have been able to catch his tooth.
On Saturday, in a game against the Montreal Canadiens, Boston Bruins defenseman Charlie McAvoy was hit in the mouth by a slap shot midway through the second period. Obviously didn't return. Coach Marco Sturm said after the game he was doing okay. Trying to get him home as soon as possible, hopefully tonight with us. But other than that, hopefully he'll be okay. It was on the power play, Noah Dobson's one-timer. It looked to deflect off of his teammate, Boston forward Mark Kastalik, before hitting McAvoy in the face. Obviously, immediately went down to the ice. It's obviously when he was hurried to the dressing room. Teammate, speaking of Nikita Zadorov, was seen trying to retrieve his lost tooth.
You can see it come right out. Like, holy crap.
Bruins forward David Pastrnak was spoken to after the game, was asked about it. He said praying for him and everything's going to be fine. I haven't heard anything yet. Hopefully he's going to be all right. It's a tough break, so a very tough moment. Even Canadiens forward Cole Caulfield was talked to. He was next to McAvoy when it happened. He said it's terrible. It's a very scary part of the game. I just really, really hope he's okay. That was tough to see. I wish him all the best. So we talked last week on the main pod. You had a question, or you had a trivia question for us, about players that are grandfathered into the no visor rule. It's stuff like this, where it's like, yes, it hit him in the mouth, and the only way to solve that is to put on the bubble or the birdcage, which I don't see the full-faced helmets ever coming to the NHL. Yeah. In fact, I can see it to a point where in the PWHL, those might start to fade too when players want to just have the visor. But I mean, this could have been higher, man. This could
Oh,
have
it
been in the
absolutely could have
nose,
been.
could have been in
Yep.
the eye. Like, this could have been bad. And it's a really gnarly shot. I mean, Noah Dobson has a fucking clapper. So, damn, dude. I
Dude.
mean, the Bruins are on fire right now. They're
Yeah, and
playing. They're
we're
playing.
gonna get to that later with their stats, but
Playing great hockey.
yeah, and McAvoy's a good player,
Yeah, I mean,
and now he's a true hockey player. He lost the tooth,
yeah. Well, I mean, he's got 14 assists on the season already.
and the second highest penalty minutes on the team
Yeah, it's at
at 26.
26. I mean, here's the thing though. That's production. That helps you score goals. That helps you big time. If he's got a broken jaw or he misses an extended period of time from this, I mean,
Yeah,
the Bruins are 12-8 right now. This is the best they've looked in a couple years.
since 2011.
How? No, it's definitely been more recent. They won the President's Trophy like a few years ago. um, do you think McAvoy being out for an extended period of time is going to negatively impact them?
I don't think so. I think with the Bruins, it's probably gonna rally them because now they're gonna be like, I mean, you got to give the team credit where credit is due, and the Bruins have historically been able to rally around injuries very well. Um, thankfully McAvoy's a defenseman, and they have a pretty strong defensive line. So I don't think it's going to be like a huge um, hit to the team. But like I said, I mean, the Bruins are very good about rallying against players that get injured, and I think that this is going to add fuel to their fire because like when was it McAvoy that got hurt in Four Nations last year? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean when McAvoy got hurt in Four Nations last year, the Bruins finished last season strong.
That's sick. I think he ended up having staph infection or something.
Yeah, I
If I
mean,
remember
but still,
correctly.
when he was taken out because of the injury and stuff like that, they still rallied around him, and they finished off last year really good. So
Yeah. But like at the same time, when you look at the stats for the team, he is fourth most points on the team.
right,
Only Pasta, Geeky, and Pavel Zacha are ahead of him. And like 14 points is 14 points. That's 14 assists that lead to
no, absolutely.
goals. You know, that's a
Well,
big number.
but here's the other thing too. He's gonna have a sore jaw for a while. I don't think he's gonna be out for a long time.
Unless he's
I
got a
think this
broken jaw, then that's a whole other.
right. Well, let me Google something. I'm curious.
I mean, he
Just
could play
curious.
with that mouth guard. Um, or I think at that point he would just go full bubble.
Right.
Because I mean, at that
Well,
point,
even if he goes full bubble for a few games, you know what I mean?
yeah, well, his jaw heals.
McAvoy, hurry up. Get
Yeah,
better.
buddy, hope you get better. Speaking of players, we have good wishes for, and other people taking pucks to body parts. Blackhawks captain Nick Foligno will be missing 4 weeks due to an injured hand where he took a puck off of his hand on the Saturday's win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. 90 seconds into the second period, he was skating near the top of the Blackhawks defensive zone, and Jake McCabe shot on net, deflecting off Foligno's hand. He immediately hunched over and was obviously in pain. He didn't return for, but fuck, dude.
Dude, I saw that hit live. That was wild. That was like right above where the glove is.
Yeah, so
Like,
that's a risk.
that was the worst potential spot to take a hit. Like,
Because the padding ends about here, right? So it's like, depending on your padding area, you get hit anywhere from where your glove is going to be probably about here. You've got this whole upper arm area. But if it hit him on the hand, I want you to know those gloves don't stop everything.
no, this one didn't.
They pad. I mean, it could have hit the inside of his hand, which also that's immediate because those gloves are essentially just netted on the inside. The padding is there to essentially help against like slashing or like hooking and that sort of stuff, it's not necessarily meant to stop a puck from hurting immediately. So
Yeah. And dude, again, worst place that could possibly
right in the
hit.
fucking hand.
Yeah, like I mean, you have pads like you have elbow pads that go down to like here, right?
Hmm.
So it's like a small window of vulnerability where that hit, dude.
Right on the wrist and yeah. But
Yeah.
it says it hit on the hand. So that's why I'm like, this is your upper arm or your lower, your
Yeah.
forearm. It can hit the gloves here still, and that can still hurt. Because again, they're not meant to stop those kind of hits, those kind of shots. And we know the NHL hits or shots are insane. Um, yeah, 4 weeks, that's not the best, but Cap, we hope you come back soon because fucking we'll talk about later, but who are the fucking Blackhawks? Um, speaking of hands,
Oh boy.
this was not an intentional crossover. The segues are unreal. But New Jersey Devils forward Jack Hughes will be out for 8 weeks after having surgery on his finger due to a freak accident that involved getting cut by glass at the team dinner on Thursday.
A
Uh,
freak accident is in
um,
quotation.
it's I don't even know how this happens. There's not a lot of information. Um,
And they're not gonna have a lot of information. You know why? I guarantee alcohol was involved and the boys were fucking off.
well, I mean, it was bad enough that he had to have surgery on his finger.
Right.
So,
They were definitely horsing around.
do you think?
Absolutely. When you have people, I mean, and the Devils they're doing pretty good right now, right?
Yeah.
They're doing really good right now. So the morale is high. And you know what happens when you have high morale and a bunch of 24-year-olds?
They all act a fool.
Stupidity. I mean, I'm 31 and I still do stupid shit.
I mean, the team is
Um,
rather young. I mean, you've got a lot of guys who are 25, 26. Uh, you know,
so they are
yeah, I know
definitely
we're
horsing
in our
around.
30s and we still
Right.
do stupid
They're
ass shit. So like,
they're feeling it. They're having a good time. I guarantee, like I said, I guarantee alcohol was involved at dinner,
yeah,
which probably led to more
more stupid
boys
ass
being
shit.
boys.
It's likely. Yeah.
And that I mean, to me, that's the only reason why they're not giving us more information is because it was something so stupid.
Yeah, that it's like, here's the
Dude, come on,
thing.
seriously, be
Here's the
adults.
thing. And it's like, if that's the case, then a lot of people are going to ask, and it's a fairly asked question. Should there be team inside team discipline? Should there be this? Listen, if you want my honest opinion, I think the fact that Jack has to miss 8 weeks and had surgery, I think that's punishment enough for his stupid ass antics. If that were the case, because again, we don't know. It could have been
Right.
someone dropped a glass and Jack tried to
Spider
catch
Tobey
it.
Maguire wanted to catch it and it broke in his hand.
It could have been anything. But like I think if there was foul play in a sense of like some libations and
Why didn't they
horseplay,
film it for TikTok? That would have been TikTok
yeah,
content.
that would have been content, boys. It sounds like y'all missed out.
Damn, you should hire us for your content marketing managers.
I know
We've
we
got
would have
this.
had we would have had that shit. Like getting his hand cut, you and I in the back with our phones. World star. I don't know. We're old. we're old.
God.
We're, fuck. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
20
Jack.
points in 17 games. I don't think I need to tell you how good Jack Hughes is if you watch the NHL. Well, if you're watching this, then you watch hockey. And if you watch hockey, you know who Jack Hughes is. Um,
And if you don't, now you should.
you should. What are you doing? If you're just getting into hockey, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Trying to refocus my camera.
I was like, what are you doing?
No, because it's not focused right now. I'm blurry. Look at me. Wait. Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
We're
All
back.
right, we're back. Whew.
So what do you
Scary.
say
Just
we
pixelated there.
what do you say we get away from injuries? And we
You know
talk
what?
about a cool new piece of history
Let's do it.
that happened. Um, Matthew Schaefer, for those who are not aware, number one overall pick this season, rookie for the New York Islanders. Well, he just broke a record. You know what that is? He's now the youngest player in NHL history to score an overtime game winner. At 18 years old, he scored a slap shot in with 2 minutes and 8 seconds in overtime to become the youngest player to score an overtime goal. As the New York Islanders, ironically, in the hat I picked today, beat the Utah Mammoth. I 18 years, 70 days old, younger than Crosby by 30 days when he did it in
That's wild.
2005.
That's wild, dude.
Ironically,
That's a cool record to beat.
ironically, as of time of recording, that goal was exactly 20 years ago when Crosby did it. June or November 16th, 2005.
To the minute. That's
Not
how
to the
serious we
minute.
are about this shit.
It's definitely not to the minute, but it was 20 years ago today.
To the minute a minute ago.
I don't have that kind of inside information.
You do. You do.
What do I look like, the Time Wizard? That's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke for all you fucking nerds out there.
Hashtag we're millennials. But no, this is a great thing. Yeah, right. That's what got Jack Hughes' finger cut. He believed in the heart of the cards.
He believed in the heart of the cards.
But no, I think this is good for Shepard because I think this shows why he was picked number one. It shows that he has fantastic potential. And I think with the right team, he's going to be great.
Well, and dude, I feel bad for Schaefer too because he didn't play in college last year. He essentially missed his entire season because he started the year off. He had mono. He ended up missing 9 games, and then he broke his fucking collarbone in January at the World Juniors.
Yeah, well, you know what though? This shows that he didn't take his foot off the gas. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, he missed his final season in the CHL because he only played like 17 games.
Well, I think he's doing good because I think he's making better money now.
Well, obviously, he's not playing junior whale shit hockey anymore.
Right.
I mean, dude, this has got to feel good for him though, especially considering everything that went down last year. The fact that he wasn't expected. He was not who everyone expected to go number one. There were a couple players that everyone was like, "Oh, okay." Now the Islanders saw something in him, and I think that that's great. And we love seeing this sort of stuff. It's big, and to put your name in the hat as a rookie against someone like Sidney Crosby, who is, I don't think it's even a question, top 5 ever, like Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. That's a hell of a way to start your career.
And that is exactly who you want to be compared to.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
I mean? Like if you're gonna be because now the media and the world is gonna be paying attention to you because it's like you are on the path that Crosby was on.
Yeah,
you know, sure,
Crosby
you didn't have
was also
the start
number 1 overall pick, and there's a lot of
to break records. You know,
there's a lot of there has to be a lot of pressure to be number 1 overall and perform.
Absolutely.
I mean, you think about a couple years ago. What were we talking about with Seattle? They drafted Matty Beniers. Or not Matty Beniers. They drafted Sam Wright, 3rd overall.
Right.
And then Matty Beniers, who they had picked, I think, in 2nd or 3rd round, popped the fuck off that year. And Wright played in the AHL the whole time.
That's wild. At 18.
I couldn't imagine at 18. I mean, I was still a shithead. I mean, I played sports, sure, but I couldn't imagine being on a professional level at 18.
Dude, right? No way.
I didn't know my asshole from a hot rock then, you know?
Honestly.
So, big love to Matthew Schaefer. Good for you, bro. Excited to see how you do in the future. Well, on to a segment that we love very dearly now. After 1 week, this is the greatest shit we've ever done. This is what
This
happens
is
when
this is it.
this is what happens when the girls leave us unattended and unsupervised.
Yep,
Um,
it's their fault.
yes, Maul, I'll hand this over to you, my friend.
Well, he came, he saw, and he let everything in. It's time for this week's Swiss cheese of the week. And we are happy to present it to the Canadian Montreal goal, the Montreal Canadiens
There it is.
goalie, Sam Montembeault, who let in 9 goals in 3 games. Now, he may not have let in the most goals in the last week, with Jet Greaves being the assistant Swiss cheese of the week, who let in 11 goals. But in those 11 goals, he had 2 wins. Where's poor Sam didn't get any wins. He
Sam was
had 2
0-2,
losses.
period.
Yeah, he had 2 losses with 9 goals. Congratulations, Montembeault. You are this week's Swiss cheese of the week.
So great, so comfy, it's so warm. Like a snug little blanket.
It's something, all right, and it's I think we're gonna tag him in it and make sure he knows that we're on
Bam.
to him.
We love you, but what the fuck, bro?
Plug some of those holes, buddy.
Yeah.
Plug some of those holes.
Fucking start calling you the Civ.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, he only had 54 shots on goals against. And he played for 137 minutes.
Motambo, your birthday present, your Christmas present, whatever's closer, it's gonna be some Flex Seal.
Flex Seal. Oh.
Oh God. Well,
I love that segment.
it's so good. To round it out, let's do our weekly standings check-in. My friend, would you like to handle that? I'm gonna grab another beer, and I'm gonna let you let you lead.
Oh, you're unsupervised? Oh, all right.
I'm just gonna go right here to my fridge.
Yep.
Open it.
Here you go. He's
Grab
disappearing,
another
folks.
one, and then
gone.
scoot my happy ass back.
All right. So we're going to start off, as always, in the Eastern Conference. And we're going to do what we have typically done and start with the Atlantic Division, because why not?
You don't fuck with tradition.
Yeah. And we keep that here. We value that here.
We
in
do.
The 4 episodes we've done, we respect tradition.
If there's one thing that we are going to always be, it's efficient and consistent. At not being efficient or consistent.
Let's start in the Atlantic Division. We have the Boston Bruins, who are in first place, taking over the Montreal Canadiens, and that's probably because of Montembeault giving up so many goals.
Fucking 9 in a week, yeah.
2 losses. I mean, to be fair, the Bruins are ahead of them by 2 wins, so those 2 losses.
And the Habs are in a 3-game losing streak, so
yeah. So they lost first place because of anyway. That's why it's the Swiss cheese. So Boston Bruins are in first place with 20 points. They are 12 wins, 8 losses. No, sorry, 24 points on 12 wins and 8 losses. They are on a 1-game win streak against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have the Montreal Canadiens, who are at 22 points, tied with the Ottawa Senators, who are also at 22 points.
Almost identical records, too.
Yeah,
almost identical records, except for those 2 points. Those 2 extra points are in the form of OT losses instead of a win.
Yeah. But Montreal's on a loss streak of 3, and the Senators are on a loss streak of 1.
I mean, 5-2-3 in their last 10. Regardless of the outcomes, those 5 losses, 3 of those losses paid out in points. So I mean,
actually, I gotta correct the mistake I made. The Bruins are on a 1-game win streak against the Senators, which caused them to have a 1-game lose streak. They just played each other. Okay.
Yeah, because they played each other last night.
It was a Toronto team. It was an Ontario team, so I was close. Heading over to the Metropolitan Division, we have the New Jersey Devils, who are number 1 with 27 points on 13 wins and 4 losses, followed by the Carolina Hurricanes at 25 points and the Pittsburgh Penguins at 24 points. In the wild card slot for the Eastern Conference, we have the New York Islanders and the New York Rangers both tied for first at 22 points, followed by the Detroit Red Wings. I always fuck that up.
And it's a hard one to say. It's a tongue twister.
It
Detroit Red
is.
Wings is a tough
Right.
one.
So we have the Detroit Red Wings and the Philadelphia Flyers both tied in second place with 21 points, followed by the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Columbus Blue Jackets tied third with 20 points. Toronto's not doing good. Florida's not doing good. I'm pretty disappointed. Now, over to the Western Conference. In the Central Division, we have the Colorado Avalanche, number one at 29 points, 12 wins and 1 loss. They're having a fire friggin' season. They're on a 5-game win streak.
They stopped the Ducks' 7-game win streak.
Dude, they're
easily
killing it. Yeah. Followed by the Dallas Stars at 27 points on 12-4. And they are also on a 5-game win streak. Now, here's the interesting thing about the Central Division. Colorado Avalanche, 29 points. Dallas Stars, 27 points. Third place, the Winnipeg Jets with 22 points on an 11-game win and 11 wins and 7 losses. There is a 5-point differential between second and third place and a 7-point differential between first and third place. That is wild.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we talk every year about the Central being the hardest division in the NHL.
Yeah, and that is, I mean, they are proven that they are there to make shit happen.
And the Avs have something to prove this year. They kind of got unceremoniously bounced last year. Like,
yeah,
for a team we had a lot of high hopes for, they just locked in Natchez. This is the first full season we're getting with Gabriel Landeskog back from injury. That team is red hot right now. Red fucking hot.
And they're proving it. Now, over to the Pacific Division, we have the Los Angeles Kings at 24 points. They're on a 4-game win streak with 10 wins and 5 losses. Then we have the Anaheim Ducks, who I want to continuously point out that Chris did not believe in his team, and I did. In second place with 23 points, tied with the Seattle Kraken.
They've lost 3 straight, points. So...
Right, but still, they're number 2 in their division, which is great.
18 games into an 82-game season. Anything can change.
They're a quarter of the way through the season, and they are second place.
I will start talking about playoffs when we get past the All-Star break and past the Olympic break. Then we can talk about playoffs.
Look, I got to be happy about someone because the Leafs are at the bottom of the bucket right now.
Welcome to what my life's been like since 2017.
They are soggy leaves, and they are sunk to the bottom of the barrel. That's it.
I'm sorry, 2018, 2017, we at least made the fucking playoffs.
You know what? At least we celebrated a good friggin' preseason, okay?
Hey, you know, we're doing something right now. I don't know what it is, but we're doing something.
So the wild card slots for the Western Conference, we have the Chicago Blackhawks tied with the Edmonton Oilers 22. It's nice to see the Edmonton Oilers coming back.
They're starting to get it back together.
They weren't doing good. And you know what? For a team that went to the Stanley Cup playoffs 2 years in a row, for them to be as bad as they were starting the season, it's nice to see them kind of up there. They're 1 point away from being out of the wild card.
Well, if the season were to start, or the season were to end today and the playoffs would start, the team who's gone back-to-back as Stanley Cup champions wouldn't even make the fucking playoffs this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to see that the Edmonton Oilers are showing...
They're showing life again.
Yes, which is great. Second place, or in the second slot, we have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoths, both tied for 21 points. And then we have the Minnesota Wild in third, unopposed with 20 points. Overall stand-in, let me click over to that. We have the Colorado Avalanche, number 1 with 29 points. We have a 2-way tie, New Jersey Devils and the Dallas Stars, both at 27 points. Then we have the Carolina Hurricanes in third with 25 points. We have a 3-way tie with 24 points, and then it just kind of falters off from there. But
your bottom 5,
dude, the Avs, the Devils, and the Stars have a pretty decent lead right now.
Oh yeah,
and then like you said, the bottom 5,
the Calgary Flames holding it down in the basement with 13, and
Nashville
31st
Predators and the St. Louis Blues.
Well, they're tied with the Nashville Predators, 29th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a 3-way tie at the bottom. 29th, 30th, and 31st. The Buffalo Sabres, St. Louis Blues, Nashville Predators with 16 points. And a nice 3-way tie for, again, being in the bottom 5. The Washington Capitals, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Vancouver Canucks.
I love how 50% of our teams are that bad.
I mean, yeah, because look at If you look deeper down, the Minnesota Wild are 23rd in the league, where
Yep.
Anaheim is 8th.
Right.
Like if the season itself were to start today, the only person
Playoffs.
or if the playoffs were to start today, the only person out of the pucked up crew that would have a team to cheer for is me.
And who is the only one that didn't believe in your team?
Well, it's not. The point is, the past how many years we've done this, I'm the only
I think
one
I'm pointing on the right
whose team
spot.
constantly misses the playoffs. You can keep saying that, but I'm keep gonna argue with you because it's
I
the
really
beginning
hope
of the
I'm pointing in the right
fucking season.
Am I pointing in the right direction right now? Is this it?
No, you're pointing to the edge of the camera. You're pointing at the viewer's fingers. Now
Jackass is
you're
over
pointing
here.
at me.
Jackass is over there.
Hey, that's for you. Right here.
And for what you guys don't see is that's not our middle finger. That is what we call the optical illusion of the reality of filming this live. We're actually using our ring finger. So YouTube, you can't censor this.
No, that's our
Ring
middle
finger.
finger. They can't censor that shit anyway. um, man,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the biggest shock right now is Anaheim being on a 3-game. They're dropping 3 straight. I mean, they had gone 7 in a row. They were fucking up teams. Like they had beaten team. They were scoring 7 a game for like 3-4 in a row. So it hasn't even been 1-loss games. They've lost by multiple scores. They lost what 4-1 yesterday against or they lost 2-0 to the Wild. Yeah, on Saturday, Thursday night. Yeah, it wasn't great. They lost 6-3 to the Red Wings.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, if you look at the stand-ins, it's interesting because there's a two-way tie for the best win streak right now, and it's between the Avs and the Dallas Stars, who are both on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah.
And there is only one team that has the worst lose streak right now, and that's the Ducks.
Which is not great. It's not great to go from the longest win streak of the season to.
They're tied with the Canadians at 3.
Yeah.
I missed that. So the Canadians and the Ducks are both tied at 3 losses in a row.
I think it's a realistic. It's an eye opener for Ducks fans to be like, hey, while this team is infinitely better than we were the past couple seasons, they are still not top dogs yet.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, because they got humbled against the fucking Avs when they beat them 4-1.
Right.
Arturi Lehkonen scored 28 seconds into the game.
Which is wild, because at that point, that set the pace.
Yeah, and it very much so the Ducks could not keep up. So
the win was out of the sail.
Oh yeah, immediately.
The Ducks were plucked.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think this week will be interesting to say the least. I know we just wrapped up the Global Series, which went 1-1 between the Pens and the Preds. Big matchups this week that I am looking forward to. Friday night, 8 p.m. game, Hurricanes versus Jets. 2 good teams. That looks like it's probably going to be the best matchup of the week. I don't really see any other like massive ones that I think would be worth the damn. I mean, crazy. Saturday night on the NHL Network, we get a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years. Oilers, Panthers, both of them really need a win real fucking bad. So keep an eye out on that. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for being here with us. There will not be an episode of the Pucked Up Podcast this week. Maul has to fly out for work. D has work obligations, and I think Danger also has work obligations. So there will not be an episode this week. There should be an episode of Weekend Whistle next weekend, barring Maul is feeling better from his cross-country trip for work.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's a long
also
flight home.
My birthday is next Sunday, so
yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But I want to thank you guys.
We may also record it on Monday and post it on Tuesday. So
there's a chance. You never know.
Follow us down below to know when we post it,
Yeah,
because
follow
we
our
like doing this show. You guys seem to really like this show, so we want to keep it going. So we may just post it a day later because of personal obligations, and
yeah. And
we're still gonna give you the same great
always,
content.
make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, let you know anytime we upload anything new. If you want to follow us on our socials, it's all in the description down below. We post exclusive shorts on TikTok and YouTube, stuff that we don't put into the podcast. Sorry. And you may get more of us on the Weekend Whistle stuff. So as always,
Oh, yeah.
we love you. We will see you guys soon. Take care.